Now, hello and good evening to you all. This is session 11 of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. These are a very stripy pair of pajamas. They make me feel fancy and give me ultimate relaxation in my private home. So, I am pretty much set on looking like this for the rest of the session. My players, who won't have known this until now, can look over the video later and see what I'm talking about. But we begin today's session after you guys had finished trouncing the Vamphamper filler. After helping a certain old lady walk out with a certain Phalaster, you guys managed to make it out of a near-death battle. Sorry, that was a gross overstatement. You fucking wrecked the shit out of the oldest brother of the Vamphamper family, who, despite his every effort, tried to get the advantage on you guys. Tried his utmost to get the drop on you, but he was easily and quite quickly dealt with in a matter of seconds. So, you guys have wandered your way triumphant out of the now vacant Vamphamper villa. The servants that ran the upstairs are now gone, and the remaining Vamphampers are scattered to the winds, which is to say that the first one you met, the big brutish one, he is somewhere on a rowboat heading far, far away from the villa. You have
He's right here. This rowboat is right here.
Where are you pinging? Oh, yeah, there he is. just taking in the view, I guess. But in any case, your mission has gone well. You have rid Baldur's Gate of the Vamphamper family and its devil-worshipping ways. But you do have yourselves two very high priority items on your person. One is a puzzle box, of which seems to be of fiendish make, and holds a contract to Elturel's demise. Or at least that is what Fabius would have you believe before he was destroyed. Following that, you've also picked up a celestial shield that Dr. Joseph clings to quite religiously. As you make your way out of the villa, your first and immediate task is straightforward. Report back to Captain Zodge and let him know that the deed is done. We begin this session here.
Alright, let's go back to Zod. He better have some bonus after this, since we've been go through some shit.
Yeah, better have.
It to be good to be back. I need to put some servers on this battle axis.
Definitely.
Me too,
I'm-
buddy. I might do that too.
I'm swear, Asago, if I get promoted from this, I'm so using my power to get a sweet full plate.
Well, speaking of, Captain Zodge did promise you a promotion, if you may remember. Do you remember that, Cessic?
Yes.
Ah, good.
That's why right now Cesic is dreaming of wearing a full plate, which is something that he doesn't have a chance to do it before in life.
Good old Private Cessic.
It's gonna be good. Alright, well, you guys make your way back to the Flaming Fist. As you draw nearer, you see waiting outside Phalaster, while Rhea continues to follow you. In fact, as you guys are making your way from the upper city back down through the gateways, Rhea mentions in conversation, that Phalaster man, the one we found in the cellar, he mentioned Candlekeep. If Candlekeep has an individual he knows that can unlock that puzzle box, then I'll be going there, and I know we kind of met because of circumstantial benefit, but I would implore you join me to Candlekeep, and we should solve this puzzle box, find that contract, and perhaps see if there is a clause in it that can save Elturel, and bring it back from the 9 hells. I don't know you guys that well, really, but we have fought, we have bled together. You would consider joining me, wouldn't you?
Well, answer.
I'm doing that 100%.
I'm not so. I would like to join you, but wasn't Candlekeep require some sort of permission for us to get through?
Not to. Well, I honestly don't know, actually. But regardless of what challenges are ahead, I know that I will go there, and I know that I will find my answers one way or another.
Well, I was after we get something done with at the framing feast, I'm sure to join you on your endeavor.
Ha! Swords speaks more than words, lass. You have earned this war's respect, and believe me, it is not an easy task to accomplish.
And she didn't fuck my wife.
Hearty Silver. I can't wait to bring your wife into the 9 hells.
Asagao is so gonna fuck her wife.
I'm start to wonder. I'm start to
Oh my
wonder,
God.
like, if Hearty Silver wife is like, what is her actual like sexual preference right now?
Oh,
Anything that walks.
It's a great mystery.
Met the woman, very nice woman. But
she offered me cookies and milk, and then I enjoyed a milkshake. Don't ask where the milk came from. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, you are also audibly disgusted. That's quite amazing.
I found a picture of
And
the puzzle box.
here's something completely different.
Well, you guys banter, whatnot, and Rhea warms up. She smiles and enjoys it, and she also goes to say, Cesic, I'm beginning to think that you're coming really into your own as a paladin. What is your... Devils should be expunged everywhere, but how far are you willing to go in this mission? She asks out of curiosity.
Well, since we are all into the spirit evil, the devil business, and I'm not like those who had no faith in the powers of the ancients.
Whoosh!
I would say,
So, what the... Carry on,
Rhythm.
Cesic. Something
Mhm.
blasted my ears apart.
sorry.
It's okay.
Well, if Avernus is full of hell and high furies, I suppose I could go down deeper than I could ever go into. Besides, I'm sure those devil doesn't mind a light to the face, isn't it?
No, I would very much be interested to watch your paladin career go forward. Perhaps you might even make a Hell Rider one day.
That would be nice.
I would very much enjoy fighting alongside you in that. Anyway, looks like we're here, she says, gesturing as you guys stand in front of the Baldur's Gate Flaming Fist headquarters. Inside, or just outside, as promised, you do see Phalaster standing, and he smiles and waves to you as he just goes, "Ah, good to see that you've come along. I've taken the woman and found her home. A very nice, agreeable lady, I think you'll find. I wanted to ask, have you thought more about my proposal to visit my friend in Candlekeep?"
I would like to, but wouldn't that require some permission to get in? I heard Candlekeep is very secretive when it comes to inviting people.
I wouldn't worry too much about this. I have a friend in there who will agree to meet with you on my behalf.
Then that changed things. Yes. I never been to Candlekeep myself, so that would be quite an experience, I'm sure.
I agree. It is a beautiful place. Now, you heading on inside. I shall await your return. What the shit? Hearty Silver? Why
yeah,
are
it's
you...
my dog.
Dude! Come on!
Ruffy.
Wait.
Anyway.
I thought it, for a second I thought it was a pet mouse. It's just like squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Do mouse really squeak that much so violently?
Yes.
It is a meadow mouse, you know, like it like dead meadow, so it squeak a lot.
Death metal. Wow. Excellent. Alrighty. Yeah. That's
Get the body and the squeak.
Oh my Jesus. That's quite stupid. I love it. Yeah, there he is. You guys enter on inside the Flaming Fist headquarters. As such, you see some guards move ahead of you, going to Captain Zodge's office, and they quickly flank outside the office, open the door wide, and salute you upon your re-entry, Sessek and Co. Inside, you see Captain Zodge, and he stands up, and with a fist held in a salute, he says, "It looks like you all made it in one piece. That's good. Now tell me, is the job done, Sessek?"
It's mission accomplished, sir. Arsigo can vouch for me as well, isn't it? Right, Arsigo.
Yes, indeed.
I'll also walk over and just hand him the 2 signet rings. Free, actually.
He looks at you and he just goes, "Excellent, outstanding work, Private Sessek. We shall now look into the building. We'll find plenty in terms of the way of fiendish worshipping, and we will be unhindered by any of the Vampampers. If any of their distant cousins choose to lay claim in this city, I promise you we will be hunting them down, and they will not have a foothold here in Baldur's Gate again. Now, Sessek and Private Azagal, please stand to attention now."
I'm Stan. I can't remember how to call it. Like one of those stands when you like stand up and like make the salute.
It's attention. You go to attention.
Yeah,
Put your
okay.
heels together. Hands to your side. Don't make the salute indoors.
Brilliant. As you do that, he comes before you and he says, "Now then, it is my pleasure, Sessek, to award you with accommodations for outstanding resourcefulness, ferocity, and excellent execution in your orders. I hereby promote you to Specialist Leader of the Flaming Fist. And as a gal, just as Sessek will be promoted, I promote you Private First Class."
So what is out of curiosity? My current rank is quartermaster. So what is like the higher level than the quartermaster? Just one rank, I assume.
Well, for the list I've been given, seemingly Quartermaster is a nothing role.
So quartermasters are generally in between. I'd say specialist. I was giving basically an advanced specialist. Specialist promotable, like your E4 promotable. You're not quite a leader yet, but you have potential. It's people recognizing your potential.
Yeah, let's say it's still an improvement.
Isn't a quartermaster like a job?
I don't know, but what I can
It's
tell
a-
you is that it wasn't on the list that the Holy
So-
Bible sent me.
Quartermaster is a position you get. It's generally given to specialists, though. Just
Oh.
either specialists or sergeants usually get it.
Yes.
In that case, I would say I rise from sergeant to one up rank, so that would be lieutenant. Or was that the captain?
You're too
I can't
low.
hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Loaded.
Oh, if that mean, let's say we start from a sergeant, then up one class as a sergeant, is it colonel or was that captain?
So above sergeant, you're in the instant listed. You're not an officer. Above a sergeant would be a staff sergeant.
Okay.
That's an E6.
Well, let's just enjoy this. Let's not hinder too much into it. But your new ranks are afforded, and Captain Zodge also looks to the rest of you and he says, if all of you want to take part in the Flaming Fist, you have all more than passed typical regimental recruitment and could be awarded private status if you are interested.
How to several laughs.
Laughter of excitement. I know it well. You will be the first to be made a private.
I just want my money, please.
Oh.
Thank.
Right, well, it is due. How much did Captain Zodge promise you, gentlemen?
1,000 gold.
2,000.
I think it was a shit.
I think it was 3,000. 3,000 sounds about right.
You all say this with such short tones. Not tones that indicate you're trying to fuck with me.
Yeah, I think it was 3,000 and a bit. Honestly, some change there.
Wasn't it?
By the way, to congratulate Sasek, wrap my armor around him, and to congratulate Azagal, I give him a head rub.
Very nice.
So, sir, Captain, sir, are you looking for a chaplain?
Where about this chaplain?
Captain would be an officer, second lieutenant, generally. Clueless officer.
Where about is this? What E or 0 is it?
01.
Oh, wow. So that's pretty high.
So think of it as the equivalent of, usually at 01 is up to an E5. Generally in rank, they're associated about the same. They still have they still have power over everything, but just respect-wise, about the same.
He goes to kind of think, pretty bold request. You'd already be similar ranking to Sessek, I see. Well, Sessek has had a long standing with the Flaming Fist, as has Azagal. Both of their promotions were due. It would be unreasonable to promote you straight into second lieutenant. Or chaplain, as you say.
Understandable. If your army ever needs more knowledge of the faith, I will always be around.
They can be good from time to time, yes. But now on to the matters of payment. You have waited long enough, and I promised you all 100 gold each, and you shall have 100 gold each. If any of you want to provide any notes that say separate to that number, please feel free to quote it now.
God
No,
damn it!
Nope.
I would take that 100 gold, but I would like as the first time as a person of my rank, I would like to go and withdraw withdraw a full plate for myself. Would that be fine?
Captain Zodge looks at you and he just goes, you are rank for it now, yes. But know that even if I promoted more of your team, I would only give this one to you. Very well, Sessek. You may claim a full plate piece of armor.
I will switch my sprint with my plate, so that one more AC within 5 more pounds.
What's your AC now, Sessek?
Just flat 20.
Yikes.
It's not a you know it's not a lot. Like
you! Fuck you! It's not a lot.
I can assure you, in D&D, anything can go through 20 very easy.
No.
Have I attuned to my shield?
Yes, you have. Yes.
Oh, my AC is a flat 22 now.
Yep. The shield is particularly powerful, and that also brings up a very good point because there are some things I would like to tell you. And I think I will tell you these things in private, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Alright, one-on-one chat.
There you go.
Somebody
Okay.
coughing before you left. Ready. So, the following is available to you through the shield. Firstly, you have +2 to AC and resistance to fire. Furthermore, the shield, as you guessed, is no doubt sentient. The shield... You okay? There's so much scuffing from you, man. There's so
My
much.
bad. Just walking around.
Don't! Sit down! Focus on
Sitting down,
D&D.
sitting down. I have
Now-
ADHD, what can I say?
The shield has 3 charges. You can use an action to expend 1 charge to cast Fireball, or 2 charges to cast Wall of Fire from the shield. Anytime during your turn, the shield can choose to radiate an aura of dread for 1 minute. But this is not a power that you know that you can control. It's more or less the power of the shield. I will just share this much. Yes. Yes, that is all I'll need to say for now. But the point is that it's a +2 shield. It gives you access to Holy Divine Fire. And it is sentient, as you are familiar.
Yep. Oh, if you have any more questions you need to ask ever about the rank thing, just send me a message. I'll discreetly put it to you so you can know.
Okay, back to main chat. Okay, so there's that. Your shield looks pretty comfy on your arm now. Looks like you've got a good strong grasp of it, and you're familiar with its workings. And yeah, you just seem to adapt that shield quite well onto your personage. Just as all this is getting sorted, your meeting with Captain Zodge is interrupted by the arrival of several Flaming Fist soldiers, clad in plate armor. From behind the walls of shields and steel steps an armored woman with a white cloak and graying hair. Are these maniacs who've stirred up every nest of rats in this godforsaken city? And Zodge howls out, Commander... Sorry, I can't focus if you keep making that much noise. Please. Please. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Commander Portier, says Captain Zodge. I was told you wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate for at least another 10 day. And this woman, who looks a little something like this, responds back, that's what the city's government wanted you to think, Captain, she replies. Turning to you, she says, I trust you've been adequately compensated?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we did our
It's
job.
fine.
Compensated well enough.
100 gold for discovering
Saving-
that a political family was
And
was trying to deal devils with 100 gold. 100 gold for devil dealing.
and saving the city.
Saving the city.
Saving the city.
Well, I take it that you did, of course, help yourself to the valuables inside the household, I take it?
Yeah.
Good. They're all yours by right. However, I did come over here because I heard of what is the noise? Okay. I'm not. This is getting very annoying now. I'm gonna have to keep an eye there. Sorry. Okay. Oh, yeah. I came by as soon as I heard of Cap Oldar Ravengard's absence. I've come all the way up from Chult even to find out what's been going on here. Now, what do you all know so far about it?
If you want our honest opinion, sir, ma'am, would you prefer ma'am or would you prefer sir?
Ma'am will do.
Okay. As far as we know,
Gone quiet.
Okay. Let me grab my headset.
I'm gonna
I
catch
think
the
he has
next
a
loud
curse
scuffle
on
I
his
hear.
character.
What's up, Dr. Joseph?
I like to think he has a curse on his character that just randomly mutes himself.
Yeah.
Like a random silence spell. Just be cursed with.
Maybe. I know that the headset doesn't fix it, though, but we shall try.
Oh, okay.
Now, as you were saying...
Do you want to hear my honest opinion, ma'am?
Yes, please give it. Your paladin, your opinion has great standing in this room.
Yes, as far as we see it, the Vampire family have been working with some sort of the devils and have been responsible in part in the exodus of the city. Rather, I can't remember the name. Is Rador or something? Is it?
Ravengard.
No. The city that get teleported into Avernus, the first one.
Elturel.
Yeah, Elturel. Have been playing some part in the exodus of Elturel into Avernus. The question right now that we are trying to keep on investigating is how is it possible and how is it would be even be more possible that the Vampire family have threatened to if you don't you might find this very absurd, but they are attempt to take Baldur's Gate into Avernus as well, which is something we are trying to get the possibility of how they could.
Gone quiet, Sessek. Your head card isn't the problem. Somehow in Discord you continuously get quiet and louder. Can't be helped. I managed to get most of that, I think. But Liara promptly responds by saying that so you think Uldar is in the Nine Hells along with Elturel?
That is one of the possibility, man.
Do you
But
have any
most
idea how to
likely.
get it out? And do you have any idea how to bring him out?
Well, we have a clue.
We do actually, yeah.
She turns to the pair of you and she says, "Please speak it. I must know."
The puzzle box that we recovered from the Van Thurper Villa has possibly a contract inside it, and hopefully we'll be able to read it and find some information.
All right, very well. How are you going to read this contract?
What happened, Lady Liara, is one of the high priests of Elturel made a deal with one of the demons of the Nine Hells. The specifications of the contract are not exactly known to us right now, but the consequence of that contract is Elturel being dragged to hell with everybody inside. And I'm going to reach out for the puzzle box at this point. The contract is supposed to be held within this puzzle box, and we might have a way to open it. But for that, we need to go to Candlekeep.
In that case, then you have nothing more to do in Baldur's Gate. On behalf of the Flaming Fist, I urge you to go to Baldur's Gate. Name your price, and see that you get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I can't help but notice that shield is quite interesting. You should take that to Candlekeep too. Ask about what its secrets are.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll work right on that.
Good idea.
If you're ready, I can take you out of Baldur's Gate by ship, by riding horse, whatever you need.
Actually, I have a few questions explaining this. Do they offer lodging for joining?
we can assort you with a night stay for sure. After what you've done in the city, it's the least we can do.
Well, no, I was wondering if do they offer lodging as a member of
We can get you a room. Are you asking for us to buy you a house?
No, nothing so serious.
I think he's
just a-
my good. Would you like me to ask Heroes or?
Yeah, go for it.
What I think my good friend is asking is if he joins Flaming Fist, is there a barracks of sorts he could stay in?
Well, yes, there is a barracks here, but you want to linger that long? I mean, you're welcome to.
No, I need a place for that, and I let Slobber Chops just hang on to my shoulder. I need a place to take care of.
If you really want to stay in the barracks for the evening, you may. We won't stop you. Won't be as luxurious or as comfortable as an inn will be, but we'll make sure the beds are available.
That would be divine. We could use at least just one night of rest before we head to Candlekeep, if you allowed.
You need to see this meat to get this excess fixed and silvered and sharpened.
Very good. Yes. Did you want to head over to Candlekeep by mule-drawn cart or with ship? How did you mean to travel?
I would like to go on a ship. Never been on one.
I think ship would be the best option.
Ship
This
it
the
is
first
then.
time for me.
Ship it is then.
Ship it is.
Deal with your duties, and you shall find your ship ready in the harbor tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
So does anyone else have things they want to do this afternoon? I want to go shopping.
I have some things to prepare as well. Yes, I could use a couple of hours.
I want to ask her, do you know maybe a blacksmith that can fix this? And I show her the two parts of the ceremonial dagger we got.
We have some blacksmiths here in the Flaming Fist, much like the ones that did your silver work, and she points to some of your silvered weapons with the Flaming Fist etched into the metal.
What?
Alright, well, I have the city's defenses to look into, and with the Van Famper family seemingly removed from what you've told me, the political affairs of this city will need a natural successor to Uldar Ravengard. I will need to attend to some of his duties in his place. Please, I implore you, if you have any means of bringing Uldar back, please do so. We need him.
Of course.
Yes. We will do what I can.
Alright. Carry on. And Commander Portier salutes to you and then takes her leave. Captain Zodge unclenches a little later and he kind of just looks around and he just goes, "Wow, you all are rising through the ranks quickly. Opportunity for the bold," he says with a tone of reluctancy.
May we still use your shops to supply ourselves?
Yes, it's not mine to really govern. Well, they are in a sense, but you have a membership with the Flaming Fist now. And of course you already have Commander Portier's permission. So yes, use our services at your leisure. And what possesses you to keep to the barracks over an inn, I don't know. But you shall find them accommodable, and you shall find that you'll be kept to the regimental routine like all the other privates.
Okay. Radic looks confused since he didn't actually say he wanted to be a member, but fine.
Well, you're not a member, but, you know, He
Stay
takes
in
a
the
big
barracks to
gasp
do
and he
PC.
then goes through the minutiae of talking about how you're going to use Sessic and Azagal to get your discounts through the shop. And because of them too, you're also going to be sleeping in the barracks. So you have affiliations with the Flaming Fist Jazz Hands.
Much.
Jazz hands.
Yes.
Good old jazz hands.
Okay. I'll leave.
Okay. You guys have autonomancy over yourselves right now. How would you like to spend your evening today?
You want to go like top to bottom, starting with Asgal, so we can make it nice and even?
We will. Azagal, please tell me, what do you want to do this evening?
I want to have both my hand axes silvered, sharpened, and see whatever new piece of armor I could potentially use with my new rank.
Alrighty. Please make sure that you mark off 200 gold for your 2 silvered hand axes.
Gladly.
And what else did you say that you were looking for?
Check new pieces of armor that could potentially suit me. They're better than what I'm wearing now, which is chain.
Well, Sessic took the one and only plate armor that they had available to share. So it's almost like, I don't know, having 3 members of the company have more than about 20 AC is just not quite balanced. Anyhoozle, the Flaming Fist do, however, have a variety of the other equipment found in the player's handbook in the equipment section. Do you have that on hand? Azagal?
No, I don't.
That's okay. That's totally okay. Some things that are available to you underneath chainmail. God, you went straight for plate. Oh my God. My Jesus.
Splint.
There is some splint. There is some splint, yes.
Oh yes, you can take my old splint mail if you want that.
Well, yeah.
He's a dwarf in your
Okay, I would do that, but I want to make it customized with some dwarven rune. Making sure it looks awesome and intimidating.
dwarvish.
The Flaming Fist military-style mercenary troop aren't super much into personalized, customized work. However, I'm sure if you bribe them, they would be willing to do that.
Of course they would.
I mean, what can I tell you? There are people that all wear a uniform with a symbol emblazoned upon it. Don't think they would encourage their recruits to all start commissioning dicks on their armor.
No, never mind. Don't worry. I'll just use the regular splint mail and.
Oh. Alright, very good. I don't want to crush your creativity, but it's not what they would do. Fuck it, but they would make an exception for a dwarf like yourself that has risen through the ranks a little bit. And it's especially commemorated thanks to Commander Portier's good word in with you guys. So all that will get sorted.
Awesome.
Now, I don't know much about like paladins. What is good for paladin, but if DMs, look, if you would like to give me advice, what can I use 600 gold to improve myself? What would you recommend?
Well, I'm going to have to ignore that for now, Sessic, because as we're going top down and heading down, I'm going to have to talk to Dr. Joseph next. So, Dr. Joseph,
Roger that.
what would you like to do this evening?
So I'd like to purchase some splint mail.
Of course, everybody wants all I see.
It's 200 gold. Why not?
You're just begging me. Just literally slapping me in the face, and you're just like, throw fireballs and nothing but fireballs. Throw fireballs and nothing but fireballs. Give us nothing but deck saves. Nothing but deck saves. Give us nothing but deck saves. We never want to be hit by melee. Just deck saves. Strength saves, deck saves, con saves. Never attack us with an attack roll again.
Don't forget Christmas saves or wisdom.
I haven't forgotten. Yes, you may buy some splint armor, and because you have Sessican as a goal in your party, they will reduce the price by a quarter. So it will only charge you 150 gold pieces.
Okay. And I'd like to silver my mace, if that's possible.
You may do so for 100 gold pieces.
And then I'd like to donate 380 gold to the local church.
Wow, isn't that nice? Well, then you go to the local All Faiths shrine, and you go to a nice little prayer box and a donation box. Of course, your god will most certainly be there, or at least it's sort of implied because it's an All Faiths shrine to the goodly gods, of which yours most certainly qualifies. You donate that 300 quietly and without really anybody kind of noticing. You just slip in the coins. 1 second. Bless you. We all got cold, it seems, at the moment. Like, Jesus, I'm still coming away from my cold as it happens. Still a little bit.
I still got a small cough.
Yeah, my nose is all bunged up. Okay, 227.
Down to 90 gold.
Yes. Okay. Yes. You're charged with a mace, aren't you?
Say again?
You hold a mace. You arm yourself with a mace, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. I will say nothing for the time being.
Okay.
Right. You carry on. And we'll ask Eros, what do you want to get up to next?
Eros is gonna bite his tongue and wait till Radic.
Okay, you hold back and wait for Radic. Hearty Silver, what do you want to get up to this evening?
All right. Hearty Silver goes to his room for a second and uses the disguise kit that he has to alter his look.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Is it just as simple? Do I need to roll something?
What are you trying to look like?
Can I look like anything?
You can try. What are you trying to look like?
I think I will try to look like Joseph Skakel.
Okay. Alright. Well, now we have a DC in mind. Roll me wisdom-based skill check with your disguise kit.
Okay. Disguise kit. Wisdom. Boom.
You nail it. You look like Dr. Joseph Skekel.
Nice. Alright, I go to silver my weapons.
Alright, you do so. What do you want to get silvered?
I ask the is it blacksmith?
Yeah.
Can I talk to them?
Yeah. You can talk to him.
Hello.
Right.
Is it possible to silver my weapon and not make it look silver?
He looks at you and he just goes, no.
What if I paint it?
Then I guess it will not look like silver. Unless the paint comes off.
Yeah, I think I will.
Alright. It's up to you to paint it, but who am I to stop you? And what do you want to get silvered?
My rapier.
All right, he can do that. Most definitely done. Mark off 100 gold.
Go. And I pull out the 2 broken pieces of the dagger.
Okay.
And ask him, can you fix this? Is it worth fixing?
Let's have a look. And he holds the 2 pieces, and you see that he kind of fits them together, and he looks it over, and it looks like it could be a dagger. Pulls the pass aside, he looks carefully at the grain and whatnot that show the fracture, and he then pulls them together, and then he gently glows from his hands as the gentle sort of thrum of energy moves through his fingertips and then through the dagger and hilt. He simply, looking like, casts the mending spell, and the 2 halves become whole.
I don't know if I need. Do I need to pay for that? I asked if it's good. Is it better than a regular dagger?
He looks at it and he just goes, "About as good as those you wield it, mate," he says, handing it back to you. "It's gonna cost you nothing."
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you anyway.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Is there a gift shop here?
Why, yes, we do have a gift shop. We've got loads of Flaming Fist merchandise. What do you want? Do you want key rings, snow globes, mugs? We've got a fuck ton of mugs.
He has like this sort of face. It's like, I think I changed my mind. My kids are more to the morbid side. Well, thank you anyways.
All right. Vedic, what do you want to get up to?
Okay. I'm going to search for town for a magic shop.
Okay.
Is that right if I accompany you?
Sure, Eros, come along.
Okay. Everybody wants the magic shop. Okay. Okay.
Don't worry, I just need one kind. I just need one kind of supply. I will search for a place where I can buy paper and ink used to scribe spells.
Oh, well, that will be an easy situation then. Yes. Typically, in places of higher society, magic does become more readily available. There are some small, trinkety, kind of gimmicky magic items that can be sold, such as like spoons that automatically keep stirring once they're put into a pot, and there are brooms that automatically continue to like brush over an area. Alongside those, a discerning patron could buy a cape that billows in the wind whenever you wish it to, so you always look dramatic. Then you can have a wand that always puts a smile on somebody's face, and it has a chance to become a wand of frowns. But in some areas that are out here, these places usually follow the libraries, since the libraries provide the spell scrolls and the ink and parchment that usually follows the typical spellcasters and their colleges. So, you go to the upper city, you find the nearest library, and as you might expect, not too far away from that, you do find a particular shop that is abundant in some of these supplies, and including a few of those lesser magic items that I mentioned.
Okay, I'll go ahead and buy scrolls and ink for about 600 gold worth.
Whoa! Okay, I'm down with that. I think that's also a very good idea to be ready up front. That's very good. Yes, they are surprised and they go,
Radic, is that going to be enough for all the books?
Should be enough for most of them.
"How
What I
much
need
scrolls
right
do you
now.
have left?"
I have I noted them down here somewhere. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 first level spells, 2 second level spells, and 2 third level spells. So that would be a grand total of 700, and I have 700 worth of ink and paper right now after this purchase.
Tremendous. Absolutely excellent.
Yeah, I used a lot of the spells as scrolls, so I don't have a lot left. But the ones I have, I can learn almost all of them.
Well, I was planning to help you out with that, but I guess you don't need help.
For now, I'm fine. Thank you, Eris, for the offer. Maybe next time if we find something else.
Definitely.
Okay.
You definitely helped out a lot with.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Especially with dealing with the older son, with that fireball, you chose to hold back. Jesus, the
Burning hands,
fireball.
yeah.
Burning hands, Jesus Christ. Promise you, I will
Okay.
kill you with burning hands one day. I'll find the time. Level
Okay, and
15.
I'm going to need a
burning
magic item.
hands.
I'm going to need a magic item that protects from fire in that case. So. Okay, I was saying I will also need I will also purchase incense and charcoal for rituals. I'll purchase about 20 gold pieces worth of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you wanted to be protected against fire. Well,
No,
there is.
I'm joking.
But I'm not. In the shop.
I don't have any more gold left.
Well, regardless, in the shop, they still have a ring that they claim raises your body temperature so much that you can be at peace in extremely hot environments like a baking desert.
How much is that worth?
It's worth the meager price of 25 gold.
Okay, in that case, I can buy that.
It does give a little warning, though.
What does it say?
It is likely to promote and increase, to cause the wearer to sweat a lot. And it is going to likely cause your hands to get very sweaty and slippery.
What about
Okay.
dehydration?
Hmm?
What about dehydration?
Oh, well, it says like you'll dehydrate at the same rate. It's just that your body will be working at hotter heats and your hands will just stay moist and clammy a lot more.
Okay, and mechanically, what does that do?
Maybe it's a secret, and maybe you don't know all the facts until you attune to it, and they become hilariously abundantly aware.
Okay,
you're a
I'll buy
wizard.
it. I'll buy it.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Is there only one, or can we buy two?
That was only one.
Don't worry, I'll identify it first, and you can have it afterwards.
So,
Alright.
Okay.
Mark down
that-
sweaty hand ring.
Sweaty handling.
Yes.
Mark it down. Sweaty.
At the end, sweaty is that.
It's a very clammy hand. It's just like if you were at a business meeting and you wanted to shake somebody's hand, it would be just like, oh, come on. Or, you're taking the controller off a friend. It's just like, oh man, fucking get a towel. Jesus. It's all like kind of like fatty and like slimy at the thumb sticks. Come on. That level of sweatiness.
Okay, and I'll ask the shopkeep if he would like to buy a failed arcane focus.
A failed arcane focus.
I have a voodoo baby,
Oh.
which is a failed necromancy arcane focus. Maybe it's worth something to him.
He looks at it and he kind of goes and says, interesting offer, but I don't want to dabble with anything that looks too dark or too unholy. And that thing looks pretty unholy.
Okay, I'll keep it then. Okay, with the rest of my day, I would like to find the nearest library and spend a couple of hours reading up whatever I can on the first level of hell.
Why specifically the first level, may I ask?
Just from the title of the campaign. I'll read about the 9 hells actually. So I won't. I'm not looking for anything specific. I'm just getting myself familiar with demon contracts and how do they work.
Now that's fine, because you have been fighting plenty of devils.
I'm actually trying to discern what I'm trying to find in character is what should I expect to be inside that specific puzzle cube. I know it's a contract, but I'm not exactly know for what. So I'm looking for any material that speaks about the devil contracts, about the 9 levels of hell, about anything that happened like this before, any past occurrences of a city being dragged to hell, stuff like that.
All right, roll me an investigation check, please.
Okay.
That's a very good one. You do find a demonology book, which does concern many devils and the sort. Let's see, where to begin. As you're dealing through your demonology book, you're scrolling through contracts and the like, there is a certain situation that catches your eye, entitled The Trial of Asmodeus. Would you be interested in reading?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get this right.
You can just link it to me.
No, fuck that! I'm gonna give a story time. I can't just cheapen that. Come on. I do need some story time music, though. Story time music. No, these are way too... Oh, story time. No. I can't find it. Help me. Help me, team. Help me. Bring me some music that is story time like. Don't make me get the Dragon Ball Z recap music. Don't make me do it.
I'll be fine with that.
No. No.
Got you. I got it.
Oh, please do. Please. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees.
There you go. Put it in. There you go.
Looking.
Yeah, put it in there. You can copy that.
All right. I'm just gonna trust you. There we go. Okay, this shall do. Okay. Yes. What? Okay. Asmodeus is an unmatched strategist and orator. The most epic of all his achievements is chronicled in The Trial of Asmodeus, a play based on purportedly true events as researched by the Aasimar bard on Avernus. In ancient times, as the Blood War raged, the angels of law and good that dwell on Mount Celestia issued a decree accusing Asmodeus of terrible crimes. Outraged by such claims, the Lord of the 9 Hells petitioned for the right to answer the charges before his accusers. The angels, although shocked at his impudence, accepted his petition and agreed to hear the bargain he proposed. Both sides, he suggested, would present their case to Primus, the leader of the Modrons, as a creature of absolute law. Primus could be trusted to issue a fair and impartial verdict. Asmodeus drafted a contract to seal the deal, and the angels, after carefully scrutinizing the terms, agreed to the trial. When he testified before Primus, Asmodeus attributed his actions to the dictates of law and the survival of the cosmos. He admitted that he swayed mortals to evil, But he and his minions never breached a contract and explained the terms clearly. Had they not obeyed the rule of law in doing so? Was it not mortal ambition rather than infernal deception that led so many souls astray? Asmodeus also pointed out that the souls harvested from the material plane went on to serve in the infernal legions that repelled the endless tide of the abyss. Were not such souls put to good use against the demonic hordes? A power that, if unchecked, would scour the universe of all lawfulness and goodness? He further asserted that he was bound to the rules and traditions of the nine hells, compelled to adhere to law and to maintain the devil's trafficking in souls. If he violated those laws, he would be no better than the demons he fought. Mortals who refused the devil's offer were left alone, in accordance with the law. Those who struck deals with his followers and then somehow turned the contracts against the devils were freed from their debt. A contract is the law, and the law is a contract. Primus weighed Asmodeus' words and listened carefully and patiently as angel after angel testified to his crimes. Hours turned to days, days into weeks, as more and more of his sins entered the court's records. Even Primus's patience has its limits, and in time the remaining angels who were eager to testify were told that only a few more were allowed to speak. A brawl broke out when one angel, Zeriel, pushed away to the front and demanded to be heard. As the scuffle turned into a battle, Asmodeus looked on with a smirk. In the end, Primus declined to issue a definite judgment. He rebuked the angels for their descent into infighting, but didn't punish Asmodeus for his evil ways. He did, however, order Asmodeus to forever carry a mighty artifact, the ruby rod, that would guarantee his adherence to law. The artifact, which has remained at Asmodeus' side ever since, grants him and his underlings the right to enter into contracts with mortals for their souls, but unleashes an inescapable punishment upon any devil that breaks such a contract. Would you like to read more?
I'm down for this. I don't want to
No, I'm
drag
good.
this on, but yeah.
That's
So,
No,
fine.
it's fascinating.
I'm making notes of this.
Yes. I want you to keep it in your own words. You actually do find quite a comprehensive tome, one that does, in fact, refer an interview with that very same Azimar Bard, Anodius. So, you go forward and you talk a little bit more about Zariel, in fact, and it goes into talking about her. Zariel was once an angel, but her impetuous nature and love of battle led her to fall. In her previous life, as an archangel of great respect, she was charged with observing the battles on Avernus and tracking their progress. From this exposure, she grew obsessed with the blood war, and a thirst for battle grew within her that she couldn't ignore. To a devil, they just fought for bloodshed, possible promotion, and hatred. To an angel, she saw two evils that both flaunted their power in a world that would be better without them. She saw their stalemate, and the longer she viewed, the more her heart turned to the sheer fury at seeing not one of them beat the other, just becoming more and more impatient at the endless perpetuity of it all, that these two sides of evil were apparently the key cornerstones that keeps the world spinning. This fact was bitter, and it ate away at her every fight she looked on from. In time, she became frustrated that she and the other angels were forced to remain spectators while the demons and devils battled. The hosts of Mount Celestia, she believed, could descend upon Avernus en masse and wipe both hordes of evil from the cosmos if they so desired. After her repeated requests to join the fray were denied, her frustration overtook her, and she launched herself into the blood war. Accompanied by a mob of mortal followers, she cut a swath through the legion of devils before their numbers overwhelmed her. A delegation of bone devils later dispatched to the site by Asmodeus recovered her unconscious form beneath a small mountain of her slaughtered enemies. After allowing her to recover in the depths of Nessus, Asmodeus, naturally, installed her on Avernus as his champion and new lord of that lair. The mortals that followed her could not see her fall. Those that stayed loyal fell with her, but she could not stand those that couldn't embrace her as she is now. These are some of the Hell Riders, or at least they were the first Hell Riders, the first brigade that followed Zariel down into the 9 Hells. When Zariel had to replace the Pit Fiend Bell as the ruler of Avernus, and that change signaled major shifts in the Devil's tactics. Zariel's fiery temperament and reckless maneuvering stand in stark contrast to Bell's approach, which relied on his expertise in logistics and defensive tactics to make steady but slow advances. Bell remains one of her chief lieutenants. He doesn't discourage her reckless tactics in the hope that she will overextend her forces and suffer a defeat that leads to her removal. For now, though, the devils are fighting with a berserker fury under her charge. Zariel leads her offenses herself, and her unyielding resolve, coupled with the fighting skills of her underlings, has pushed nearly all the demonic invaders out of Avernus. However, as is often the case in the Blood War, the demons had their greatest triumph when Gratzt, a former devil, fell into the chaotic soup and became the demonic Lord of Pleasures. So too is this just possibly another pushback in the endless to and fro between the Abyss and the 9 Hells. Would you like to read more?
Sure.
Let's see, what else can I tell you? Okay. Zariel rules over the ruins that Avernus has become. Once it was a bustling realm filled with cities, trade outposts, and other features of the devilish sort. But recent activity in the Blood War has reduced it to a blasted wasteland. The few structures still standing are citadels constructed by the devils to repel attackers, to be rebuilt each time the front line of the war moves. The devils are in control of Avernus at present, though the fighting goes on, as it always does, in isolated locales throughout the lair.
Okay, and this is the same Zariel that we found statues of.
Yes. Yes, that seems so. There's also a small little side section that talks about Tiamat. The Queen of Dragons resides in Avernus. Her lair sits atop a towering mountain, with flights of dragons wheeling through the skies to discourage any demonic incursions. For their part, the demons avoid this place. The hordes of the Abyss have learned the hard way that Tiamat and her court prefer to be left alone. She appears disinterested in becoming involved in the Blood War. Tiamat's presence in Avernus has confounded sages for years. As with devils, she is unable to leave her plane of her own will. She must be called forth, but only the mightiest rituals can draw her back into the world. So, if she has been imprisoned here, how and why did that come about? The most prevalent theory holds that her confinement is related to the end of the long war between the dragons and giants, that she was sequestered here by means of mighty curse levied by a forgotten god of giants she slew. The curse brought an end to the war, but also drew the curtain on the time of the dragons and giants on the material plane, clearing the way for the rise of humans, orcs, dwarfs, elves, and other folk. If Tiamat were to return to the material world, that event could trigger, or be the signal of, the reassumption of the war between giants and dragons.
Okay, cool.
Would you like to read more?
I think I'm fine for now.
You close the book, happy and sated that Avernus is a wasteland of war, with its most prominent feature being, as it is often the case in many of the upper layers, the river Styx, the black slurry of liquidy souls and primordial matter that soaks through the lower planes, moving its way from the upper layers and soaking its way through all of the lower layers. Basically, wherever the river Styx is, the blood war follows across its embankments, and it is often the main challenge for those that are fighting across it to cross it at some points, needing various Yugoloth ferrymen sometimes to make the way. And I think you put the pin there.
Okay. Okay, I'll make little notes of all of this in my journal.
Very good. Sessik, what would you like to get at? Oh, sorry, yes, Vadik?
I'll just spend the rest of the evening meditating and transcribing a few spells.
Cool. Sessik, what would you like to get up to this evening?
With the 600, let me see, with 651 gold. Since we are going to Avernus, how much would it cost me to learn a language like Abyssal or Infernal?
Well, Sessik, how do you know you're going to Avernus?
Oh no, I assume that like with all peoples are being teleported to Avernus and all that, like Ladriels are being into Avernus, right? That's what we know so far.
You can prepare in case your soul joins theirs. That's fair. As a gal, I see your message. Take care. Carry on, Sessik.
And if I cannot learn language, is it possible that I can go and using what's this called? Can I go to the market and use speak with animal to see if there is any mound that I could or pet that are willing to go with me to the High Avenger?
I actually have no idea what you just said. I heard the words, but I didn't actually hear them form a sentence I could understand. Why are you after, sorry, Sessik?
Oh, I'm saying that I might go into the market and use speak with animal to see if there is any kind of animal who's willing to come along with me for the high adventures.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's fair. You find some seagulls by the bay. You speak animals with them, and they have your attention. What would you like to say to them, Sessik? But
Hey, you over there. Yes, you. The one with the fish. Do you know any good horse or good corgi around here?
I don't know any corgi, but you want to know a horse?
Sure.
Why don't you go looking for horses? I'm a seagull, buddy.
Good point. But just in case, if I ever find this, if you find this, guys, just call me. I would always prefer this one. And I show him the pictures of I will post it on the Discord of a war corgi.
I mean, you have slabber chops, and they're a vicious little Vicious little tabaxi. Oh! Ah! Ah!
Yes. I love it.
Ah! Oh my god,
We
Zezek.
should name him Durai.
I intend to make him like making a bond so I can use Find Steed to summon him.
Oh. You can use Find Steed to summon a giant corgi. I have no reason to stop you.
Okay, then I guess I will wait for that time when it happens. Then
It
you
will.
already tell me. Is this too late to back down, my friends? You have promised me a giant corgi. I was thinking about a normal war corgi, but you promised me giant, so I will accept
Well,
that.
you couldn't ride a regular corgi. It would have to be a giant one to make this dream come true.
Well, he can ride a normal corgi.
No,
Is it
he can
It's
crush a
strong.
regular corgi.
It's
Cut-
strong
in
enough.
Yes,
plate
I didn't say it
armor.
wouldn't.
You need a
I did say
giant
it
one to
wouldn't crush it.
ride. Come on.
I said he can attempt it.
No.
Not gonna be successful.
I am not partaking in seeing you sit on a poor corgi and then playing out the as you crush its hips in.
No, I would prefer it as animal companion than actual ride, but I understand what you mean. I guess I will wait for the Find Steed and then we will see what we can summon. But yeah, it's either a corgi or an elk because I'm the
Marty,
paladin of the ancient.
go
It need to
to
be either.
go to the pet shop.
Go to the pet shop. Yeah, pet shop. They have dogs there.
Baldur's Gate might have some pets, yeah.
I don't know. Last time I went to that poor pet shop, they thought I'm trying to eat them. I
Do you want me to come with you, Sessic?
Hmm.
To make sure you
Yeah.
don't eat any pets.
I'm going to go find some pet and maybe just establish a fine steed bond with it. Turn them into celestial when I start to know more about my godly powers. Assuming that the gods allows it.
Oh, I mean, again, the gods don't necessarily have to care. It is your oath, it is your words that conjure the magic in. Now,
Mhm.
yeah, a strong and loyal steed, mighty elk or mastiff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you seems it's a spirit. It's a summoned spirit. You don't have to ask my permission if you want a giant corgi.
Okay, in that case, then I'll be settled for now because I think I don't have a second level yet. That would be next level, I assume.
I think
Mhm.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But in the meantime, with the number I get, I suppose I could prepare for the future by buying some barding for it.
Yes, you can. You can certainly buy some barding for your excellent corgi steed.
Mhm.
And I think that's everything, and everybody
Yes.
covered.
I want to do one more thing.
What's that?
I want to go back to the shop
Okay.
now the swordsmith and ask him, do you know anything else I can do to make my sword stronger?
Well, we ain't got any of it here, but you can hunt down some adamantite. That's something that is legendary spoken of.
Do you know if anyone in this town does it?
Ain't had any kind of shipment of adamantite pass through my hands in all my life.
All right. Well, that's it. He spends the rest of his time dressed as Skakel, painting his own swords.
Do I see him doing this?
Yeah,
When
well,
he comes back?
do you want to be seen, Hearty Silver?
Nope.
Then I think your rogue is quite naturally good at being stealthy, I think. For scale male body. Come on! are you doing? You
Dance
can't.
the goal, spend it.
I've
High AC party. High AC party.
It's gonna give you nothing but fireballs. Every attack is nothing but fireballs. Nothing will ever be an attack roll again. I promise
Hey.
you.
Think about this.
Pitbull campaign.
Think about this giant corgi on scale mail bodies and also have a shield on top of it.
My temptation to get it commissioned is rising, Sessik. You don't understand. But let's actually talk about barding. Saddle. Where you? What made you decide it'd be 200 for scale mail barding?
It's 50 times 4. That's how it costs.
How do you know that?
I'm checking. Is that barding is cost 4 times the price of the normal armor.
You got that on the player's handbook page for me?
Let's see. I'm on roll 20 right now, but I think it's on. It should be on player's handbook.
Oh, in that case, barding.
But I don't.
Yeah, barding. In the resource EK. I don't know if now's the time, Dr. Joseph, for fireballs for things. From the Essentials Kit Compendium. Ah, okay. Barding is armor designated to protect an animal's neck. The armor costs... Yeah, alright. Okay, yeah, you can have some giant corgi scale mail for 200 gold pieces. Done.
Yes, that's the only thing I can afford. So.
Okay.
Oh, and is it possible to use a shield and put it on my mount as well, or is it too much?
Look, man.
It's okay to say no.
Look,
It's
man.
okay to say no.
Look, man. No. Your corgi cannot wear a shield and scale mail and still be a mount. Your corgi will get so fucking heavy, it will be unable to move.
Oh, what now? You give me a mental image of a corgi with dual wielding feet holding 2 lances. I don't know why it's coming to my mind.
I have the image of the corgi just crawling on its belly, going like just panting sadly in all of this barding you've put on it when it was never built for it. But it's a spirit. The spirit will most assuredly be patient and accommodating as you put armor on it. Yes, that's a very good corgi. It's a very good one. Yes.
Yeah, but yes, money well spent. Yes.
Excellent. When you level up, I think you'll enjoy your battle corgi.
DM, question.
I'm scared to hear this question, but go on.
I want to know if it's possible to transcribe spells before you reach a higher level. I have in my books. I have 2 third level spells, but I don't know if I can just transcribe them before I reach level 5.
The answer in the book is no, but I, the DM, want to say yes, and I will allow it.
Okay, I can't use them anyway until I reach that level, but
correct. But
it's about the time spent.
Yeah,
I have downtime right now.
Yeah, totally. I think that kind of limitation is unnecessary in this case. So, provided you got the time and the money, which you do, in terms of ink and paper, then yeah, I'm gonna say that you can transcribe them earlier on. You just can't use them until you're that level.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine and fair. Right. Well then, you guys go back to the barracks for your sleep. Naturally, different from a tavern, you find that you are sharing bunk beds with several flaming fist privates. Lined up in front of you all, you see at least 15 other flaming fist privates, several of them with shaved heads and buzz cuts, doing their bedding, several of them playing cards on a nearby table, others hooking their feet to the footposts of their bunk beds and doing sit-ups, others reading a nudie girl magazine, as
Good old Midget Monthly.
Yep. Just really think about some army barracks, and that's what you've got.
Sucks.
Yep. Before you all, you find 6 bunk beds, 3 bunk beds with 6 beddings between them, each of them with a neatly folded, itchy blanket put at the foot of that bed with 1 pillow that is quite thin, just on top of that folded blanket. And you also have been given a complimentary chocolate for your bedding.
Not eating that chocolate.
Mmm. Well-
Eros just like breaks off a piece and eats it.
Excellent. It is not
not
chocolate.
What is it?
Well, that I won't say. But you notice that the other privates that are in this room snicker.
Yep. Guys, keep your items close to you. I'm gonna try to whisper. Items close to you.
Okay, before we go to bed, I want to cast Identify on that ring I got.
Excellent. It is everything that I've described to you. You will become resilient to extreme heat, preventing you to gain exhaustion from extreme heat. The drawback, which was clear from the tin, is that you will get very sweaty hands. Very, very sweaty hands. It shall be an inconvenience in ways you cannot imagine.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull. Okay, so it's called Fire Guard, but basically watch. First shift of watch. And I'll talk to the parents like, I'm gonna pull a Fire Guard shift if y'all, first Fire Guard if y'all like. I'm willing to volunteer.
The team chooses silence, which indicates that they are quite alright with this and ready to go to bed, I guess.
Yep, okay. I'll pull first watch.
Alrighty.
My army soldier.
Very well. You pull watch inside these barracks. You find that no surprise ambushes happen on you to you, and you all get a good night's sleep. If not for a few rowdy privates in these bunk chambers, a few of them maybe arguing once or twice over something irrelevant, perhaps. But for the most part, your sleep is undisturbed, and you manage to sleep nice and soundly with a little... There we go. That is not it. Fucking Pitbull on the list.
Fireball.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Jeez. And yes, you all get a full long rest. Alrighty. We wake up the next day, and you get a little envoy that says to you all that your ship is waiting for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take over Azagol for now while he's doing things.
Okay.
Taking care of his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not pay the ring for now. Yeah, that's all fine. That's all fine. Your ship is waiting for you guys as soon as you're ready.
Yeah. We
Check
make
all
Alright.
my items. I'm gonna check, make sure I still have everything. If it hasn't been acquired from somebody.
Your gear has not been stolen, no.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper the Hardy. Check your gear.
I'm make sure everything is in proper orders, and will take my leave to the ship.
You check all your gear, you find that nothing of yours is stolen.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, what's up? Is somebody being ill?
No, it's my ringtone. Sorry.
Wow. Wow. God damn, you guys. You add enough audio distractions in there to really keep me guessing. Alright. you guys head to Waterdeep Harbor. Outside, you see Rhea and Phalaster standing beside each other. Rhea waves to you sweetly, and she just says, I don't know why you all took up the barracks. I got to sleep in a nice, comfortable inn. It was quite nice.
Yeah, that would have made more sense, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, whatever. It all works out in the end. Me and Phalaster here were just catching up. Apparently he was something of a spy. But he's a spy that likes us, so I'm like him. Phalaster says, Rhea... hang on, let's see. Let's try and get that tone back in my head. Yes, my friends. Rhea here is most certainly a strong-willed lady. Back in Little Calimsham, I would have enjoyed a woman like her in my company on many evenings. Yes, yes. I do appreciate the stronger women. And Rhea says, well, thank you, Phalaster, but also keep your hands to yourself. I have not touched you. Yeah, but you were thinking it. I was not. You presume too much, little miss. This is an unattractive feature. Do not presume. I am a gentleman first and foremost. Why are you posting so many battle corgis? Come on, Cedric, I'm trying to focus. I'm desperately trying to focus. And you're here sending me battle corgis.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead,
it's fine. They're excellent.
All praise the corgi. All praise Durai.
It will happen. It will happen. We'll get there. Now then, as I was saying, okay. Yes. You have a ship that is manned by a small number of crew, no more than 5 individual members, upon which includes a tabaxi, a wood elf, or rather a high elf, captain. Also joined with you is a dragonborn, and just a few other flavorful characters as they man the ship on your behalf. Captain Zodge is not there, neither is Rhea. Commander Portier. But the ship is most definitely secondary waving a flaming fist flag. Yes, you guys may step on when you're ready.
Yeah. We're boarding the ship, I guess.
I'm ready to board.
Eros gets on and looks at Cybertron. I hope you don't get seasick.
Alrighty. Well, you guys board the ship, and you begin sailing. Let's see. Let's get you guys. You guys all begin to set out on the high seas as you go. Well, firstly, I guess you're not on the high seas. I guess you enter into a great yawning river, the Chionfar River. But a sailing ship will be used nonetheless because this is a wide river. Very big, carrying miles worth of torrential waters for sure. Now I need a map of the Sword Coast to help me out here. Map of the Sword Coast. Alright, Baldur's Gate. Come on, Baldur's Gate. Help me find Baldur's Gate. There's Eltergard. There we go. There's Baldur's Gate. So, Baldur's Gate is located pretty much to the western part of the Sword Coast. Candlekeep is just a little hop and a skip going towards the south. You guys sail across the River Chionfar and head towards the Sea of Swords before you do indeed make it to the coastline. You'll be approaching Candlekeep from the north side and following the coastline as you go and move that way. The trip should take a little over a day or so. It's a couple of miles to trek, but you'll trek them nonetheless in relative comfort on your ship. As you continue to sail about, Phalaster makes mention and says, "So have many of you heard of Candlekeep before?"
Sister
have.
shake his head.
Knowledge? Could I roll? Knowledge like history?
Oh, you were offering to do a check. I will allow it.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. You know Candlekeep relatively well. It's a well-known spot across the Sword Coast. It is a fortress that is open to visitors and boasts one of the finest libraries in Faerun. The monks of Candlekeep also preserve the predictions of Elondo the Seer, a singular sage whose prophecies have proved correct over long years. Upon the Seer's death, Candlekeep became a haven for both the veneration of his prophecies and the accumulation of all knowledge. If there is a secret to be learned, the clues to finding it can be found in Candlekeep. So it is the foremost intellectual front of the Sword Coast, not just in one area or field, but in all area and fields.
I know bits and pieces of the Citadel that is called Candlekeep.
I have a question for you. How will we get in? There's usually restricted access to Candlekeep.
It's open to visitors, my friend. In terms of my particular contact, you will find that she will indulge me, and you shall all get to meet her quite soon. I promise, quite soon.
And would we have access to their vast libraries?
But of course, knowledge is open to all.
Perfect.
Yes, why sure. Candlekeep wants to make sure that the world is educated, and there are many that can assist. In this regard, Candlekeep makes sure that its doors are open. It is usually the travel that keeps most people from joining. Silvira will be meeting us there, and I have great faith and trust that she will be able to assist us. Yes, I think so indeed. And just while I'm thinking on this, let's just pop you guys on a little boat here. There you go. Can you see all this ship? Do you see this? Use your words, boys. Use your words.
It's a black
Around,
screen
I
for
don't
me.
see anything
It's
yet.
a black
It's still black
screen.
skin for now.
It's a
Yeah, it's
black
just black
screen.
right
It
now.
should be globally illuminated. Oh, roll 20 is also kind of there we go. There we go. It paused for me. It's globally illuminated. Let's take off advanced fog of war. No dynamic lighting. You still can't see it?
It is still blind.
That is bullshit. That is some bullshit.
Yeah, dark as the night.
Bullshit.
Maybe because we have no character icons on that.
I can
thing.
see it.
Oh wow, it doesn't even have a properly aligned grid either. That's cool. Joseph! Joseph! How the fuck did you drag yourself out on the DM layer?
Ah, I just grabbed my thing and dropped it.
What the shit? What the
That's what I'm seeing right now.
What the shit?
I was
You're
hoping
fine
that
now.
I-
What the shit?
I can
still can't
see it.
It was
think
on the
it's
GM
me.
layer for a little moment. It was very spooky. It's very spooky.
This is all I can see is the black right now. But I was hoping that if I dropped an icon, maybe something would allow me to see.
Hey guys, I can see the ship.
You can see the ship?
Yeah.
What
Oh.
did you do? Oh, there's
I'm
you.
now gigantic.
I know.
There you go.
Let me Let me refresh the page. Maybe I will be able to find the ship after that.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? I'm missing as a guy.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, refresh the
Ah,
page.
there it is.
Just refresh it.
Eos. Eos is who I'm missing. Yep. There we go. There we go. The scale of this map has a little bit of errors, it seems. So yeah, you guys are sailing along quite plentifully. Time passes. Yes. Hmm. Yes. You also notice that. You also notice that. Fallister keeps reading over a book, and you notice that it is an old book of Kalashite recipes that he's reading over. And
He's reading a book.
yeah, he's reading a recipe book, and he's saying, now, my friends, while I say that entry into Candlekeep is, for the most part, free, Candlekeep always wants to acquire knowledge. So long as you have a little bit of information to trade, they will allow you entry. So, I have brought this book of Kalashite recipes, and that shall be our entrance fee, if you like.
That
Sounds
makes
good.
more sense with what I heard about Candlekeep.
Yes, it is free entry. They do not deny anybody. Any lord or commoner may come in, but you do need some sort of book to enter, I suppose. I'm sorry I left that out. I suppose it wasn't too important since I got the book with me.
That's good. And well, you said that your friend would allow us to visit their halls and their libraries. Would we have time to study there a bit?
Perhaps. I believe that once she sees me and we make ourselves comfortable within the walls, there should be plenty of time to deal with any archaeological or arcane studies that might be pressing.
Okay.
I should think that would be quite reasonable enough. And as you guys are sailing across, the salty sea breeze continues to foam and splash up upon deck. You all take in some of that sea air, and night begins to dawn. As night begins to come over, a fire is set up over the middle of the deck here, and you guys are having a nice stew cooked for you, made with beef and leek, and it's getting a nice bit of herbs and seasonings, and it's coming together quite nicely. In fact, Falaster is even using his book for inspiration in improving it, and so it does get to turn out pretty nice. As you and the team were kind of chatting, Rhea kind of speaks up, and she simply kind of joins you by this campfire, saying, with the seas lapping nearby, she asks, "So, Sessic and Azagal, what made you join the Flaming Fist?"
Oh, it's a long story. It probably would bore you to tears.
I'd like to know.
Well, since Asgard is a little bit quiet today, I suppose I can tell you a few things or two. Well, I came from do you know the place called Shaw, right?
I've heard of it, yes. That was where Commander Portier was stationed for a while.
Yes, yes, that's how I first time that I meet with the flaming feast. I was People's always said I had my own tribe, but the truth is I am an outcast. Unlike most of the lizard folk, you can see that I am a little bit full of emotions, and that's how I was blamed by my own kind and was cast away for being a psychopath. Not in the sense of the human psychopath, but the lizard folk psychopath, if you catch my drift.
That's horrible.
Well, beggar can be choosers. Fortunately, I came upon the flaming fist who is willing to accept people who can guide the people allowed shot. One thing led to another, and they are interested in my ability to sort up inventory, and I was ultimately invited to Baldur's Gate to work here as a quartermaster.
Hmm. I see. Hmm.
It's an honest job, and besides, the longer I stay in Shalt, the more of people will be sending to kill me anyways, because of how freak I am as a lizard folks.
Well, they'll have to
Uh,
get through me before they hurt you, Sessik. You're a great paladin.
You're too kind. You're too kind. I appreciate that, my friend.
Hmm. And, you know what? Radic, what's your story? What made you decide to become the wizard that you are today?
You can see Relic sort of like trying to escape the question. It wasn't a choice.
Oh. I'm very
My
sorry to
gifts
hear
were
that.
my gifts were found and they were put to use.
Oh.
And once my service was no longer needed, I went to Baldur's Gate to try and make a living. And that's pretty much it.
Hmm. Let's see. Fallister picks up and says, "Well, since we're hearing about you lot, we should include the others. Hearty Silver and Eros, what made you become the men you are today? And Dr. Joseph Skakel, what made you become the man of God that you are today?"
Well, I'll let my good friend Hardy go first, if that's okay with you, Eros. Inshallah. Good.
Yeah, I'm not prepared.
Harty takes a long swig out of the drink in his hand. Says,
Which you stole from the crew's quarters, but go on.
mm-hmm. Kids.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Alright, so now you have to get out of the house.
Nope. Someone needs to feed the bastard.
But unless you come home with a tremendous hoard, your children will go hungry while you're away, my friend.
Yep.
How are the kids doing? Since the last seen them.
I mean, wait, let me get my note. Bertha is almost an adult now. Doesn't act like it. She's fine. Colonel, fine too, growing up. She's more of an art kid. Don't get it. I don't think she would be able to, keep alive. She likes to stab people.
As long as she learns how to do it to the right people, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
How's Angus?
America?
Yeah, how's America?
She's baby, crawling, puking, mostly on her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're my fucking hell.
And
Foreshadowing.
Phalaster then turns to Eros, seeing Radek step away, and he just goes, and what about you? And what about you, my friend? What made you become the hardy fighter that you are today?
Well, just like anybody, grow up.
Well, you are a group that do not mince words. Yes. And Rhea says, well, now that I've heard all of your sort of origins, I thought I would share a little bit about mine. See, Fabius wasn't the devil that we found him as years ago. It was over a century past and the great troubles began. Fiends roamed the land to the north and west of Elturel. Fiends were despoiled, livestock slaughtered, homes razed, and people dragged off to a terrible and unknowable fate. Terror gripped the hearts of all. The city's cavalry rode across the land, striking down fiends wherever they found them, and suffering fearful losses. But it was never enough. For every fiend they destroyed, it seemed as though 2 more appeared elsewhere. The ruler of Elturel, the High Rider, asked his people to pray to the gods for aid. To everyone's astonishment, a mighty angel entered the city that day. Her name was Zeriel, which means companion of light. The prayers of Elturel had been heard, and help had come. Zeriel located the gate through which the fiends were entering the natural world, on the fields of the dead west of the city. Zeriel declared that she would lead the cavalry into Avernus, destroying the infernal host that was amassing there, and striking a great blow against the forces of darkness. The High Rider sent out the riders of Elturel, now numbering many thousands, with Zariel at their head, riding a golden mastodon. With a great cry, Zariel and her army charged through the gates. The legions of Avernus trembled and buckled, but did not crumble. Zariel was defeated, and now the remnants of her army returned to Elturel, overcome with grief at the loss of their glorious general, but confident that the lords of the 9 hells would think twice about threatening Elturel again. There were great celebrations to honor the valiant knights of the cavalry, who became known as Hell Riders from that day on. And that's why I became one. I wasn't there, and I'm too young to have seen it, but I want to be another reminder to the 9 hells that we are not weak, and that when you start hurting us, we hurt back. That's what I want to become. Even though their charge was doomed, I suppose, they still proved to point to the hells, and I would very much do the same.
In the crypts beneath the Vampire Mansion, they seem to be worshipping Zariel.
Well, she has fallen now. Still, now she is just a different person. There's no point dwelling on what she was. But there is inspiration to be drawn from it. Rather than see the bad of what she's become, I choose to remember what she stood for and the courage that she roused back then. If that could be happened again with another figurehead, I'd draw similar motivation and inspiration from her. Though, I think I've actually rambled on. Dr. Joseph, we never actually got to hear what made you become a man of goodly sorts and powers, didn't we?
Not the most interesting of stories. Grew up in a minor noble family. We raised to worship the gods, that's true. I found a deep, burning love of the goddess Eldith. I decided to dedicate my life. My father paid for my training. A little while later, I decided randomly, just had a burning sensation that I should probably leave town to spread the word. I ran into Hardy, stayed with him for a bit, and then I came to join you lot. And as fate have it, I'm now here, doing her will.
I see. I see. Well, I feel like I've gotten to know you all a little better. And Fallister adds in to say, yes, I also have managed to learn quite a bit more about you all. It's strange how you have all seemingly found one another and tied to this common cause.
Destiny. The fate of the gods.
I don't believe much in destiny. I usually can find destiny around the corner. Or I can find a noble paying for destiny to be in the form of a swooning maiden, to be caught by a sudden dashing rogue. I can also find you can disprove a lot about destiny if you know the right places to look. Plus, I make my own destiny. I find it and I grab it with both hands. I am a self-made man, don't you know?
I agree.
Let's just say, I always like to think the gods work in mysterious ways.
Mysterious, yes, but sometimes they can just be straight up dicks.
Oh, I ain't saying can't. That's why I personally like Elda. She's generally very nice, very calm.
There are many gods. Many, many, many gods. And several of them are very nice, just as you say. But you can't help but notice that they are usually selectively nice. They give you powers, but they trust you with them, and then off you go, so long as you serve in their name.
You know what they say, love them for their mercy, worship them to avoid their wrath.
This I don't fully enjoy thinking about. When my soul is taken, I will just see who takes me. I will live a good life, and be down to be the consequences elsewise.
Arrows I laughed and he said, David used to always that a man who doesn't respect that to be humbled by it in due time.
Sadly, Eros, unfortunately, you were cutting in and out through most of what you were saying, sorry. The beginnings and ends of your words were getting cut short, but I know that you were quoting David, and that was quite nice. Oh, wow.
I figured out. I had my headphones backwards the whole time.
That's impressive. That's a new one. That is a new one.
What?
Wow.
It was right. These headphones are weird, so yeah. But
what were you
like
saying?
the mic is really small. So I was saying, David used to tell me that a man who doesn't respect destiny will be humbled by it in due time.
Bah.
Where is he now?
David might be wrong. Might be right in a lot of cases, but in this case, I don't think he was right.
Where is this David?
David passed away.
Then I suppose it was suitable advice for him. Anyway, maybe that was a bit insensitive. I'm sorry, my friend. Let's just get some sleep.
Oh, I was gonna ramble about Destiny.
Oh, go on, ramble about Destiny. It's good roleplay.
To me, Destiny is more like a guideline. Well, there's certain ways. There's an end goal which we are going to achieve. The way we go about it is up to us. We are guaranteed an end goal, though, I think, by the preordained by the god. I think the way we go about it is all about us. That is free will. The choice to choose how we get do the godly's will done.
I happen to have a small trinket on my side, and we can use this to truly try fate on for size. And he brings forward a card face down that looks a little something. A little something like bobbity bobbity beep. Like this.
Oh, tarot.
Yes. How do you have control? How do you guys have control? Stop it. Stop it.
I can draw from the deck right now.
Don't. He says, I know the ways of the fortune tellers. I've had to learn the rules so that I can work my way in through a couple of social situations. Ask me a question, and I shall have fate tell you the answer.
That's his intrigue. Tell me, how will my future self fare in the futures?
Very well. Let us consult the cards then. And he shall bring some cards. Deep-a-deep-a-bub. Bubba-beep.
It better not. It better not be a combo between the dead, the towers, and the devil.
We'll see. He flips them over carefully, one at a time. The Eight of Pentacles. The Moon. Eight of Wands. All good omens, all face up. And then the Six of Wands upside down. How very interesting. So, provided I know this correctly, these so-called fate-like cards should tell me the following. The Eight of Pentacles. You are a hard-working man, a hard-working woman, rather, of a scaly sort. You diligently put your hard work in, and you fear not for concerns or other matters. You have high ambition, and you are dedicated. So far, this is all fair. The moon would tell me that there are visions, the unknown, superficiality, and illusion. Perhaps you are working too hard to an illusory goal. Remind your DM, what was your question again?
What will my future self fare in the future?
What will your future self fare in the future? Okay. Wands. Eight of Wands. Travel speed swift and change. He takes a moment to look at the cards of interest as he says, oh, this is an interesting lineup of cards. They require a certain amount of interpretation. By the way, all these cards, they're just seeking to find some truth in your life. That is the game of the soothsayer. But we shall call it fate for the time being. And he finds the Six of Wands. That's the Six of... Yeah. Interesting. I don't think these cards hold much truth for you, Sessik, my friend. It says the Eight of Pentacles that you are hard-working, but the moon suggests that there is illusion. Or perhaps there is an awareness of illusion that you hold close in your heart. The moon signify that you receive visions, perhaps? I think that's unclear. I think it holds nothing. I don't understand. And then the Eight of Wands simply speaks of speed, of haste, of directness. And finally, the last card speaks about a fall from grace, or a fall from prosperity, if you like. A noble becoming a peasant man. Status being lost.
Paladin losing his way.
Paladin losing his way? egotism, losing confidence. Perhaps, in terms of the question, this is the only card that does make sense. In terms of your future as a paladin, there is a path of hard-working diligence, but an illusion that is good for you. You'll arrive at it sooner than you may think, but there is a fall from grace at risk in the future. Maybe this does make a little bit more sense. Though, I can't imagine what the illusion speaks of. It speaks that you're seeing visions in a good manner, but illusions nonetheless. Bah! You know what? I honestly can't make sense of this one. Sorry. And he shovels the cards back in.
Cesic will go down the deck and contemplate the idea. Maybe being an oath breaker may not be bad after all.
Don't do it, Cesic. I'm begging you.
Question.
Sure. The last one went so well. Hang on, I'm shifting accents. It would be my pleasure to do it again, I suppose.
Will my close family be alright?
I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. I thought you were going to say, is my wife fucked by other people? It was so ingrained, Cesic. Hardy Silver. It was so ingrained in me.
Don't worry, I'll be fine, Hardy.
By the way, Cesic, did you see my present?
Which present?
On the Discord chat.
My heart is melting.
That corgi is pretty close to scale, I would say.
You said it's a giant corgi.
Yeah, that's pretty large. It's a pretty large corgi.
That's corgi.
Pretty great. Okay, Fallister says, Alright. We're starting to come towards the end of the evening, so let's wrap it up on this one, he says. And I'm also going to try to expedite this reading pretty quickly. Your question is your family gonna be alright? That's not so. Hearty Silver? Hearty Silver?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright. If you don't respond the first time, I'm gonna keep yelling at you.
No, I
did.
did.
We got lost.
Oh, we didn't hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Firstly, he says, well, good news, I suppose, Hearty. Your family currently experiences fulfillment, comfort, and satisfaction. So, in terms of this question, they're doing alright at the moment. This next card, however, looks like things are going to take a little bit of a bad turn. The Five of Pentacles suggests that there is recovery from financial or material loss, moral or spiritual poverty, with the absence of a father, of a husband, and of a breadwinner. Perhaps this comfortness is not set to last for long. Then we have the world turned upside down. If the world speaks about a completion of a cycle, the upside-down version means the incomplete lack of closure, losing focus before reaching your goal. In terms of if your family will be comforted, since they will have just come to a recent loss, perhaps they will never be able to return to a lifestyle of comfort. And then, finally, the Hermit. It seems, the Hermit speaks very much of self-inflection, self-viewing, of introspection, and a separation from the material. So, in a whole, it looks like your family is good, and then they're going to lose it, and then they're going to be sad, and they're going to feel incomplete without it, and then they're going to have to wander, move alone, and stick close together to try and find some sort of meaning in this. But I wouldn't hold on to these kind of omens. I doubt these cards know anything.
I agree.
That sounds correct.
I agree. I snuffed out Destiny once. Could do it again. Every man makes its own.
Here, you may have these cards if you find them amusing, as a small gift. And he passes you the cards.
Me?
To me?
To whoever wants them.
Yeah. Put it in the stash of Moo.
You have a tarot deck. These also make suitable components for those that wish to cast the augury spell.
I guess I'll take them.
Very good, very good. Now then,
Unless Sissek wants them.
you guys begin to go below deck, or to somewhere where you can get some sleep, and you promptly begin to start settling to sleep.
Before I go to sleep, I want to play around with the puzzle cube we got for about an hour before I
Okay.
go to sleep.
You do so. You hold the puzzle cube,
So I'm
and
looking for any writing on it and any signs of prior use or any clues on how one might open it.
right then. Well, oh come on! What are you doing?
Did
There we go.
anyone notice that the ship looks like a dick with really small balls?
Only you,
Nope,
Marty.
nobody
Only
noticed.
you, Marty.
Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed.
Wake up, people! Wake up!
Wake up, sheeple. There's decks all around us. Just gotta look. So, you look at the puzzle box. It's a cube-shaped container, 5 to 6 inches on the side, composed of airtight interlocking parts made from materials that you have not come across before. But, seeing as you've just recently read up, you're pretty convinced that this is a box that was made of materials from the 9 hells. These is made out of some kind of infernal kind of iron. They are carved with a few bits of bone or horn into their design. Yes. It weighs 3 pounds from what you can observe. Maybe a little bit extra.
Does it seem that it's like been like the older vampire brother? Does it seem like he tried to tamper with it, open it in some way? Does it have like force marks or scratch marks or anything like that on it?
There are no substantial scratch marks or marks of force that you can notice on the box, no.
And does it look like it's openable at this point? I mean, any kind of does it look like any kind of arcane force upon it to open it?
So, you may make me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Even with that, this box confounds and befuddles you. Let's say, do you do attunement to it?
No.
Okay. Well, not attunement, I mean, identify.
Oh, yeah, I can cast that. Sure.
So, you will feel that there is an impossibly strong seal inside the box. And this box simply is there to protect it from damage. However, you're able to determine that this magical barrier to magical harms refuses to allow it to be opened by the knock spell and refuses to allow it to be opened by other magical means, perhaps just shy of a wish spell, and maybe not even then. However, there is something that does become aware to you, that seal will go when the box puzzle is solved. And you can deduce that the puzzle itself is not magically set. It is something that apparently a humanoid can figure out without the means of magic.
Okay. Can I attempt to solve it?
Okay. Okay. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw after you've tried to manipulate some of the parts of the box. That is an excellent check. A very good check. As you manipulate the box, a powerful force of psychic energy punishes you for trying to manipulate the box. As after you turn a few of the pieces, you receive 15 points of psychic damage as it assaults and burrs away at your mind.
Damn.
Yes, and you don't think that was even the most potent that could have gone.
I'm at 1 HP, so...
Yes, that box will have screamed and jammed daggers of psychic power into your mind. There's a specific little button that it should be set in such a way that you manipulate the box and then you hit the button to open it. You, unfortunately, discerned that, but your combination of patterns was incorrect. And the box punished you strongly for it.
Okay, I'll wrap it in some cloth and I'll put it close to me while I sleep.
Alright, very good, very good. It is extremely mentally taxing, as I'm sure you can imagine, having been blasted into your brain like that. But as soon as it leaves its punishing blare into your psyche, the box silences itself and awaits for you to try again, I suppose. Yeah. Now with that, everybody goes to sleep, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Give me a second, we're
combination
just having a religious debate.
What was that? Sorry, there was a few people talking.
I was just saying, me and Cedric were having a religious debate. If anyone comes down, we've just been talking religion.
No, that's fair. You guys begin to head down, I imagine, coming up off deck. Falasta definitely goes down, and Rhea definitely fancies making her way down herself. There's a crew on deck, and that is sufficient for her. What did the guys hear?
Basically, we were you talked me a question, you told me it was Kosef. I was got some general questions like, why did you choose Kosef? Like, how do you worship, and like, what is he to you? I'm interested.
Well,
because he had no point from another religious man.
yes, I choose the Lord of Light to guide my path to difficult terrain that is my life. But and I show him my holy symbol, which is a hand lantern. And to worship, you simply had to believe in the light and believe in the ways that he showed.
You're cutting out, sorry, Cedric.
To worship him is to believe in the light at the end of the tunnels that burst down all the dark.
Can't hear you, Cedric, sorry.
I can hear little bits and pieces.
I can hear a very tiny, mousy voice.
Yeah, a couple of words at a time, and then it cuts off.
Yeah.
You bet. Maybe.
Hello? Hello?
There we go.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I choose. To me, I choose Kosut because he is with me in my toughest time. I worship my way. This is my way of worship him, and I show Dr. Joseph my hand lintel. And then I told him that to me, Kosut is not just a lot of faith. He is the favorite like the God that guide me to a difficult.
Well, we got some of them.
He chose the Lord of Light because he wanted to, because he guided him from some difficult parts of his life. That's what I understood from the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And besides, he liked to burn people, just like justice.
Hmm.
Okay. So you're more of a righteous holy man.
I would prefer to be the person who aimed toward the light than the actual killing all light source with the
Oh,
light that burn into people's eyes. I say.
I'm more of a peaceful man myself. I'm not much for senseless violence.
Bottom! At this point,
Hmm?
you hear a loud bang against the side of your ship.
What was that?
Run upstairs. Someone-
Radek, I can see that you've just set up Kurt to overlook the size of the water.
I put him there, and then you moved him downstairs. That's why I just typed.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna say that that's all cool. That's all cool. Before these guys started moving, all I will say is that your Raven, does he have dark vision?
No.
All right. What I can say is, thanks to the firelight radiating out, he does see some dark shapes moving in the waters.
What happened? I lost connection. Sorry.
That's okay. I hear that. I hear that. So he sees some sort of dark shapes, and yes, you believe you're not alone out here.
Okay. I haven't actually thought about any of that, but I was sleeping at this point. Would he be able to wake me up using our telepathic link? Or I wouldn't know about it since I just left him there for fun.
My answer to that would be yeah, no.
Okay, that seems fair. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep, I'm gonna say no. Otherwise, that's 24-hour vision, and that's a no. However, we get one point that hello.
But is it raining?
It is not raining at the moment. The sky is relatively overcast, but calm and clear at the moment. Very still.
Nighttime, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
It's midnight. Fuck. May I do something?
What would you like to do?
Cast light on a copper coin.
Well, before you do that, you may like to consider. Where are these light sources coming from that I keep seeing? Oh, hello, Hearty Silver on the dynamic lighting area. What are you doing there? You may be interested to see that your campfire produces some light. When I get a chance to say it, 60, 30, all players see light. Boom. There we go.
That's not why I'm doing it. There's a reason.
Alright. Well, regardless.
I have a glowing mist. So how much light do I get for emanate for myself?
You get a 10-foot bright. You get a 5-foot bright light and a 10-foot dim light, which I shall put on now. 10, 5, boom. There we go.
Thank you.
Should be set. All players see sight there too. Good. Now, as mentioned, you heard that thump, and through the sides of the deck, you can see nothing.
So casting light on the copper coin.
Alright.
Looking slightly over the edge.
As you look over the edge, crawling up the side of the ship, are 4 bloated, nasty-looking human corpses that look a little bit like zombies.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
That was a lot worse.
And as you're peering over there, on the other side, seemingly rises and bundles over another series of zombies. And I will have you guys roll me initiative.
So my token is
I
not on a
cannot
square. Do
roll
you know why?
initiative.
And I will have you guys roll initiative. And as for your
Cannot roll initiative.
oh, Sessic, yay! As for why you're not sitting squarely on a square, this map be fucked. You're to scale, but this map be a little bit fucked.
Okay.
DM, did we manage to get an hour's sleep before the zombies attacked?
No,
Damn it. Okay.
you did not.
So I'm at 1 HP then.
Yes,
No wooden.
already.
No, I'm not doing that. It's a horrible idea. Horrible.
Oh, I wonder what he's plotting. Regardless.
A very stupid thought just popped into my head.
The cry goes out about zombies, and Eros, you're up first.
Arrows runs up to the deck,
Yep.
and he sees Dr. Joseph Skackle, and he starts chopping away at the zombies, trying to come up onto the deck.
All right.
This one right here.
Totally. You can start hacking away at their bodies and whatnot, but if you want to hack away at their arms, so they just like flop back into the water, you're welcome to approach that way with a little bit of a harder DC.
I wanna try to chop off their arms.
All right, excellent. Bit of a harder DC, but possible. Roll me your attacks, please.
Okay, I will do this reckless.
Okay. Alrighty. That is still a hit.
Let me put the reckless.
Yep, you got it. You got it.
That's for 6 damage.
Alrighty. You chop the first arm of one of these zombies, and the zombie diligently clings to the other hand, stubbornly just growling with as he continues to sort of lump his way up against the side of the ship.
And my turn.
They're a little bit spry zombies. A little bit of those faster, crawlier, Will Smith-style zombies. Not to be taken too lightly. Zombieland zombies, better said, perhaps. No, I like Will Smith zombies better. That's what you should be thinking about. And Sessic, it's your turn next.
Okay, 5. Now, out of curiosity, if I chop this zombie off, does he like go into the water and will be spending turn to come back up?
Maybe.
Well, that wouldn't do then. Using my spell, casting Shield of Fate on myself. Bonus action.
Alrighty. As you're coming to this side of the ship, Sessic, you believe you see a little rowboat, of which you see a group of people saddled up just to the side of the ship here. They all look a little something like this.
Ah.
Yes.
Fun.
Yes. One of them looks a little something like this, with the black hand of Bane emblazoned on their shield, as your glowy mace shows up against them. You also see some more sort of cold, dark, reapery looking people bearing curvy, stabby blades that you guys have learned to fear to some regard. And behind that, you see one more of those clerics of Merkel that you're familiar with, too. They're all in a little rowboat.
Okay. Well, I wish I could do something to destroy the boat right away, but I don't have anything good. Unless... let's see. No, I don't have anything good. I gotta whack the zombie in front of me.
Okay. Whoa! Sessic! Do you want to smite?
It's a zombie, though.
I know, but it would be epic. He would get all the dice. You would feel absolute power.
I have only 2 spell slot. No, I'm not gonna smite. I gotta keep it to the big one.
Okay. Roll damage, please. Alright. Your magic item mace leaves a great... Did you not roll initiative, Harty?
No, I was out of the internet, like I said,
Oh.
for like 10 minutes.
You were logged into roll 20. I thought Discord just fucked. You didn't click your token just then.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. Sesek, you do a great massive blow to the side of the zombie's head. The zombie most certainly cracks and creaks under the sheer power of your tremendous mace. But he hangs tough, he hangs in there as you cripple and blast a hand apart. The zombie just stubbornly continues to use it as a stump to hang over the side of the railings with.
Mm-hmm. That's my turn.
Okay. Let's see. They waited for a bit. Okay. Hardy Silver, you're up next. What would you like to get up to?
Did somebody roll for Azagoth?
No, it
Oh,
seems...
nobody is roll Azaghal. Let someone roll it. Let me check. I can do it for him. I can throw him. I know how to fight. How to play fighter.
Okay.
So I'm going to go here. And I'm going to stab them. Does a rapier with silver does more damage to zombies?
Why don't you attack to find out?
No.
As you lunge your rapier in, it seems that unlike the devils, your rapier does a great job at slashing and lunging through their vague fleshy bodies. Are you lighting a lighter, Radek?
Yeah, I was. Sorry. I didn't know that my mic is that good.
Oh, it is. It's brilliant. Now, Hearty Silver, which zombie are you attacking?
December.
Okay. Let's put Sesek here. And look at that. You have sneak attack. You do that 9 points of stabbing damage. And that zombie's brain definitely comes back on your rapier as you draw it out of his skull under the moonlighted campfire light.
How's the paint looking?
Paint's looking good. Paint's looking fine.
I'm going to then do... Wait, the zombie's dead, right?
Well, yes, but he's
Well,
also
he's
not
double
sent.
dead.
He's not double dead yet. No.
He's not double dead. I dagger the son of a bitch.
Oh, you strike him again.
Oh wait.
That's okay.
Fuck, I always forget to...
I know, and I'll always remind you. You do 2 more points of damage. The zombie remains hanging, just about as hurt as Sesek's zombie looked almost.
Alright.
Already.
Alright.
Yes. And now we get to this guy's turn. This guy brings forth a ladder from the side of the ship, his little rowboat, with a pair of hooks on the end that attach over to the lip over here. He gets half his movement and he gets up on deck. Hold shift to make sure you align to the grid if you want extra bonus points. Yeah. We'll do a bit of that.
Yeah.
But he comes forward and after he stands up on deck, yeah. What?
How?
Who's thumping? Who's thumping?
How do you do it?
Alt. Oh, hold the Alt
Alt?
button down and move your token.
Alt. Okay, you said shift.
Did I? Did I
you
really
said
say
shift.
shift? Did
Yeah,
I
you did.
really say shift?
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, you have to say, "Oh, yes, you did," and then I say, "Oh, no, I didn't," and then you say,
Oh,
"Oh,
yes,
yes, you did." Clearly, none of you have ever
you
been to a
British people.
pantomime. None of you have ever been to a pantomime.
Nope.
Well,
No.
it's a joy. It's a fun time. Fun time for the whole family. There we go.
I'll suck your dick.
Well, only if you feel, you know, a little bit generous, Hearty. I wouldn't mind. Suck my dick all you
Huh?
like.
No,
Hey,
pantomimes.
$20.
Pantomimes with an happy ending.
God, I am so lost on what conversation we're having right now. This guy simply arms himself with a mace in hand and simply makes sure his action was to kind of use that ladder. And he gets up on deck. Azagal's turn.
Yes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's as much as you can move. 25, bastard dwarf. Dash 5. Actually, we should use action so he can attack. I don't think he should do that.
You can
5.
dash.
Yeah, I'm dashing right now. Dash 5.
Disengage. Don't forget.
Yep. 5, 10, 15. No, right here. He's gonna stay right here, so we
Okay.
don't get flanked.
Alrighty. That's very good. That's very good. Actually, yeah, I gotta remember there is that flanking, isn't there? Alrighty. Following that, this Reaper boy. Let's check him out. Let's check him out. Let's check him out. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And he is going to dash towards this. He's gonna dash to here. Yes, he's gonna dash to here. And, yes, he's gonna dash to there, brandishing a wicked looking dagger. Also, no. No, he is not going to dash. After he moves through this individual, you witness as he becomes invisible. And he disappears into the night.
Fuck.
Yes. Now, as for the individual in the boat, okay. Hang on. All this is not to scale. 1 grid equals 10 feet, I suppose. What is going on here? What's wrong with you? Huh? What's wrong with you? Hey, what's the matter with you? 0.25. Hit enter. Nope. That was wrong. Now that looks a little better. Okay, that's still that's about as good as it's gonna get. Don't know what's going on here. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. This individual here, he poofs in a puff of air over here to the top of this little walkway. And from it, you notice that from his skull-like flail, he continues to let out great fingers of necromantic energy. And he then throws a chill touch out towards you, Dr. Joseph Skackle.
Okay.
He rolls a 21, dealing 15 points of necrotic damage.
Yep, meat is beat.
Mm.
Good old meat is beat.
Man, I've had not one, but 2 wannabe famous bot messages. Leave it alone, guys.
So 21 damage?
15 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Furthermore, you cannot regain hit points until the start of this creature's next turn.
Okay. I see how it is.
Indeed. These guys are much more hardier than the ones that you fought in the Dungeon of the Dead Free, it seems. Perhaps some of the actual, beefy sorts that were out doing deadly missions that are coming here for revenge, perhaps. And, Radic, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to move 15 feet to get above deck.
That takes you to this bit area here.
Okay, sure. And
Is that right? Yeah, that is right.
yeah, I measured before. That's fine. Okay, and out of the tomes I have, I'm going to rip over one of the scrolls and cast a fireball.
A fire bolt. B-A-L-L. Well,
I know.
shit.
And I don't know if you see what I'm drawing.
Give me a second here. You're gonna like this. It is a 20-foot radius, isn't it, for fireball?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well,
And
team.
120 feet range. So I'm
Yeah.
going to throw it
Yeah, one
right
second.
in the middle of the sea.
Oh, this is gonna be big. This is gonna be quite large.
Let's see if the check succeeds first, because it's a higher level spell than I'm allowed to cast.
That's right.
sure?
You do have a little bit of scroll mishap. A little bit of scroll mishap we can have fun with.
It's not a mishap. If it fails, the scroll fizzles and nothing happens.
But that's as it's written in the book. I wanted to be a bit more exciting than that. However, if I just tidy this up a little bit. Yes. Yes. Alrighty. And now have it controlled by Radic. Here you go. Move the fireball where you would like it, please.
Okay.
I see. That's pretty sensible. It works for me.
I should get these other ones as well, since they're already within range.
I will allow that. I can definitely have you sort of squeeze those ones to get burned up by the side of the ship. I think that's perfectly alright. That's perfectly alright.
Okay, and if my memory serves, it's a DC plus spell level Arcana check, right?
This is actually something I've not had the pleasure of dealing with for quite a while.
If it's a higher level spell than I'm allowed to cast, the DC to cast the scroll is, if I'm not mistaken here, is 10 plus the spell's level.
You are correct.
This is not. I'm only allowed to cast level 2 spells. This would be a 13 Arcana check.
No, you're correct. This is a 13 check. Is it Arcana? The level of the spell spells cast spell is higher than spellcasting ability. Yep, your spellcasting ability is Intelligence, so it's not Arcana. It's just your Intelligence score modifier.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't remember exactly the rules, but yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for.
Wish me luck.
Will do.
Ooh.
Does someone have inspiration?
That would be nice.
I used mine in the last session, so I don't have
I'm
any.
out.
I don't think I have
Let's-
mine.
Let me check Asago. Asago doesn't have his. I don't have mine either.
I see.
Okay.
Bad, man.
In that case, the spell fizzles, I guess.
Or
Or
does
whatever
it?
you want to do.
Or does it? I am looking. Aha! Spell must be. Yeah. Oh, want some scroll of mishaps. I don't want it to
Okay.
fizzle out. I'm not happy with this. I want some.
So you
I
want
like
like a fireball center on the caster?
No.
No. Ready?
No.
Fireball happens, but it's moved in 2 blocks any direction, 1d4 direction.
How did you arrive to that decision?
I don't know. Just randomly thought it out there. It'd be a cool idea.
Maybe.
So it could land right on fucking party. Could land in the sea where nothing happens. You don't know.
Nope. I know exactly what I need to consult. Radic, I want you to know I'm doing this roll because I want it to be fun. Roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
Also, Rivenbot has died, it seems. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, not a d20. I need a d100.
Okay.
Is
Wild
Rivenbot dead for everybody
magic.
else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Alrighty. Let's hope it's harmless. If it's a bit OP, I may ask you to reroll. I like that. So instead of a fireball happening, Radic, your feet suddenly burn. That it doesn't hurt you. Instead, you begin to jettison 2 jet flames out from your feet. And it's just a little bit more of propulsion to push you off the ship, as you're essentially under the levitate spell with jet boot feet of fire. How's that sound?
Do it whatever you want.
I do
Wild
want
magic,
this.
baby. Wild magic.
I do want this. I'm going to say you have jet boot feet that's allowing you to have the levitate spell on you at the moment.
Okay.
What?
I'm how much in the air, so I know how to calculate my next move.
As per the requirements of the levitate spell, you will be able to move 20 feet per round.
And I'm how much in the air? I think it's 20 feet or something like that.
Yes, one creature or loose object of your choice that you can see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and
20
remains
feet.
suspended there for the duration. The spell can
Okay.
levitate a target of that weight up to 500 pounds. You entered that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically the same as levitate. So I'm 20 feet up in the air and I'm there right now, not happening there. Nothing is happening.
Yeah. You can move
Okay.
yourself only by pulling or pushing against various portions of the ship. There are plenty of ropes that hang over some of the masts that you can use to help maneuver yourself around in this situation.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll mark the scroll off in the spell book.
Okay. Dr. Joseph, it's your turn now.
Making a small prayer that to revert and have the fireball be sent on the same thing. Everyone hears a loud prayer to Eldif that the fireball works again.
Okay. You're saying a very loud prayer. Mechanically, are you doing something unique?
I'm doing the thing we talked about. I'm
I
trying
don't-
to keep that a little hidden.
don't
This
know
extra
if we
feat.
talked about it too much. Would you care to private message me again?
Got
Because
you.
I don't remember this. I know you got some cool prayers. Don't know about any interesting other shit that you may want to tell me about.
My
Oh.
boy has some cool prayer.
Ah!
See what
I
I'm doing?
remember now.
I'm trying to make a prayer, kind of like getting it to work. Middle of the sea, kind of, to make Radic's spell work.
All right. So,
Exactly.
Radic, first and foremost, you do not lose the fire boots, but being in such close proximity to Dr. Joseph Skackle, you do observe how they seemingly bring their hands together in prayer, their shield on their arms still, but from their torso and chest and moving through his arms, you observe how in a flash of fiery light coming from his personage, that fireball that was there briefly is back. And it explodes over the side as it seems that Dr. Joseph's prayers were indeed heard as the magic reopens and the scene gets blasted with a fresh new fireball. And Dr. Joseph Skakel, I would like you to roll me 8d6, please.
What the hell just happened?
No.
Good prayer. All you can tell right now is good prayer. That's what we're gonna keep it at.
Okay.
I cannot deny that Dr. Joseph did indeed pray, and from his personage you observe a great ball of fire blast out.
Praise the gods. They have returned what has been lost.
From the blast of fire and sea foam, you can hear the plops outside the great roar of fire as the various zombies that were by the side of it crisp and cook and cinder away. 1, 2,
No deck
3,
save?
4.
DC 14 for the deck save.
For half damage, I think.
Yes,
half
yes.
damage.
The two
You
that
should
were
give a
hurt
thumbs up.
before. Alright, well, I can observe the following. This cloaked figure that you saw last on the boat disappears out from sight as the fireball engulfs him. And as for the zombies on the boat and the zombies clawing up the sides of the ship, they are engulfed in fire and water.
I'm gonna take my thumbs up to Radic and just give him the 2 thumbs up.
Totally.
I'm
Absolutely.
high up in the air, not understanding what the hell just happened.
You did good, Radic!
Actually, Radic, you get like a perfect vantage point to see the fireball that would have happened reinstilled, and you see the great flames outline the dark shapes of the zombies that Dr. Joseph Skakel just exploded and burned off the side of the ship.
You did real good, Radic.
Mental note, ask him how that happened.
It's faith. Strong faith.
However, as that happens, the other zombies begin to climb up on deck, meandering their way over around you, Mr. Holy Man, and Mr. Asimar. They seem to hoard around over you all. And the zombies then begin to start slapping and pushing away. One will get advantage. Well, actually, all three will get advantage on Eros, as this one kind of crawls and gets himself out over the banister. 1, 2, 3.
He's one-handed though.
He is one-handed, so his disadvantage is met out with advantage, making it regular, as he headbutts you. But all of them fail to strike at you. They seemingly are just bouncing off the toned, beefy muscles that you have concocted in your times fighting. This zombie wails and waves, trying to slap at Radic's feet. But as he does so, he is rewarded by 1 point of fire damage from the jet boots burning and crisping at his hands. In his annoyance, he turns towards Dr. Joseph and tries to slam him instead. And doesn't exceed, actually, because Dr. Joseph Skakel has 21 AC. 21 AC.
Hey.
21.
I can make it higher. I can make it up to 23.
I know you do. 21. 21 AC. Level 4. Fuck my ass. Just
love fucking clerics. Love them.
fuck my asshole into obliteration. But with that, we will end today's session here. Thank you very much for playing me today, guys. I look forward to playing with you all next week. Hopefully, we'll have Discord or Rhythmbot back up and working. See you then. Take care and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care.
Bye.